Our next inductee is in the category of science, where we pay tribute to the extraordinary achievement of individuals whose intellect, curiosity, and ingenuity have reshaped our understanding of the world around us and improved the lives of people around the globe. Dr. Joseph E. Murray was an American plastic surgeon best known for performing the world's first successful kidney transplant. His pioneering work in transplantation and immunology earned him the 1990 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. Let's learn more now about Dr. Murray.
Everyone in this audience realizes that progress is never the result of one person.
Dr. Joseph E. Murray was a trailblazing surgeon, Nobel laureate, and humanitarian whose groundbreaking work in organ transplantation transformed the landscape of modern medicine. Best known for performing the world's first successful kidney transplant, Dr. Murray not only made medical history, he changed countless lives around the world. Born in Milford, Massachusetts, into a large and loving Irish-Italian-American family, Dr. Murray was raised with the values of humility, faith, and service to others. His Irish roots traced back to County Clare, and their traditions and stories of his ancestry left a lasting mark on his life. These values would become the foundation of a career built on innovation, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to healing. After graduating from Harvard Medical School in 1943, Dr. Murray served as a surgeon in the U.S. Army during World War II at Valley Forge General Hospital, where he cared for soldiers with devastating burn injuries. That experience inspired his lifelong pursuit of excellence in reconstructive surgery and eventually led to his pioneering work in organ transplantation. On December 23, 1954, at Peter Bent Brigham Hospital in Boston, Dr. Murray and his team achieved a medical breakthrough, the first successful kidney transplant between identical twins. This remarkable achievement proved that organ transplantation was possible, opening the door to modern transplant medicine. Over the following decades, Dr. Murray advanced the science of immunology and transplantation, ultimately earning the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1990. Though renowned around the world, Dr. Murray remained deeply connected to his roots in Milford, a town proud of its Irish heritage. One of the town's most iconic symbols is the Milford Round Tower, believed to be the only Irish-style rounded tower outside of Ireland. When the town organised a celebration of Dr. Murray's Nobel Prize, he humbly requested that a photo of the Round Tower appear on the cover of the event programme, a touching testament to his pride in his Irish ancestry and his enduring love for his hometown. In addition to his contributions to transplant medicine, Dr. Murray was a leader in craniofacial and hand surgery, constantly refining surgical techniques to improve patients' lives. He was known not only for his brilliance in the operating room, but for his deep empathy, always treating patients with dignity and compassion. Throughout his life, Dr. Murray maintained strong ties with the Irish-American community and was honoured by various Irish organisations for his extraordinary achievements. His work continues to save lives, inspire generations of physicians, and elevate the legacy of Irish Americans in the field of science. Tonight, we proudly induct Dr. Joseph E. Murray into the 2025 Irish American Hall of Fame for his extraordinary contributions to science, his lifelong devotion to healing, and the profound pride he carried for his Irish heritage, symbolised most fittingly by a round tower rising far from Ireland, yet rooted in its spirit.
Wow, that's the third Joseph to be honored tonight. And in my family, we always noted March 19th as St. Joseph's Day, and it's also the name of my older son, and it's a good name and a good role model. Good evening. I am Ginny Murray, the oldest of the 6 children of Dr. Joseph Murray, who led the team that performed the world's first successful organ transplant in humans of the kidney in December 1954 at the old Peter Bent Brigham Hospital in Boston. He died on November 2012 at 93 years of age of a cerebral hemorrhage, and our mother, Virginia Bobby Link Murray, died in November 2023, just 2 months shy of 100 years young. My father would be thrilled to be present at today's celebration. He cherished his Irish tradition. His father was, after all, a Murray, as well as the Italian legacy of his mother, Maria Vitale de Pasquale. In his hometown in central Massachusetts, Milford, it was somewhat of an anomaly for the 2 cultures to mix in marriage. But they were from independent stock, and they made it work. Both their families were recent immigrants, and my father always spoke of the courage and strengths of immigration for the good of our country. I drove my parents on their first visit to Ireland, the beautiful Dublin to Shannon route. And I remember a particularly moving mass one Sunday morning in Waterford, accompanied by my dad. Dad was very proud of being admitted as a member of the Irish Academy of Surgeons in the late 1980s. And in 2017, there was a special Irish-led global organ donor commemorative event in Boston featuring stone-sculpted candles gifted by the Irish cities of Galway, Derry, Dublin, and Belfast. I spoke on that occasion and enjoyed meeting the many Irish guests who brought their message of appreciation and gratitude to organ donors and their families to Boston. Until recently, there was an exhibit at the Brigham Hospital highlighting my dad's surgical achievements, transplantation and plastic surgical, especially the craniofacial groundbreaking surgeries in his latter professional years. On top of this exhibit was a quote he often used: "Service to society is the rent we pay to live on this planet." He saw the transplant families, donors, and recipients as gifting a great service for the future of medical advancement and for mankind, humankind. He often commented on the courage of these transplant families to selflessly help a fellow human, especially in the face of great uncertainty in those early transplant days. Our family became close to the transplant families. Many considered their transplant day a second birthday and shared their celebratory birthday cakes with us. And as we approach this December's 71st anniversary of that historic operation, it is sobering to reflect on the sacrifices of the transplant families, both donors and recipients, and it's thrilling to realize the tremendous advancements in transplantation. Dad was honored with the 1990 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for 3 successful organ transplant achievements. the first transplant between identical twins, the first between non-identical twins, and the first deceased donor transplant. He was the first surgeon who was a native citizen of the U.S. to be so honored. The two other surgical Nobel recipients were of French and Canadian births. And most medical Nobels have been awarded for basic science lab discoveries. Dad shared the prize with Dr. E. Donald Thomas, who was recognized for his work in clinical stem cell transplantation. Dad also created the National Kidney Registry and was on the committee to redefine death as a brain event and not only a cardiac event. Dad was the eternal optimist, a true Irishman in that regard. His mantra was curiosity, creativity, and persistence in his personal and professional life. Difficulties are opportunities was on a small plaque on his desk to the day he died. As recounted in an interview, he reminisced. One of my grandchildren said, "Granddad, how did you win a Nobel Prize?" And he replied, "I didn't win a Nobel Prize." And the grandchild's face fell. "No," he continued, "I was recognized by the Nobel Committee for work I was doing every day. You don't start life to win prizes. You start life to do what really satisfies your inner self. If it turns out that you're recognized, it's just frosting on the cake." And it was indeed wonderful frosting for me to live and learn from him for over 6 decades of my life. Thank you for honoring him in this way tonight.